Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first week of GS 120L. This is your first course in the Pathway program. And brothers and sisters, I wanted to introduce myself to you. My name is Mark Davidson, and I am your instructor this semester. You are embarking on a wonderful program that is truly inspired. I know that I've known countless individuals whose lives have been touched by this program, the opportunities that it brings to bring people together and bring into their lives the benefits of a gospel education, but also a secular education, but through a gospel organization, a church school, BYU Idaho. But you, as you know, are everywhere, all around the country, or all around the world in different countries. And so I wanted to welcome you to this this virtual classroom that we have here. Now, if this is your first time doing any studying online through a university, I wanted to kind of introduce you to how it works a little bit. It is not what you might call an individualized plan where you can kind of work at your own pace. It is a classroom. It's just that our classroom meets through the internet versus in person. So just like any classroom, we're going to have discussions with each other. Most of those discussions are going to be what we call asynchronous discussions, which means you'll not be logged on communicating in real time with your classmates or with me. You'll post something, and then someone else will respond to that post, and you'll respond to someone else's post, and so forth and so on. But it is very much a discussion, and so that's a big part of this class and this course and this program is our discussions with each other. And there are going to be milestones that we have to hit along the way, and there will be expectations for regular discussions where the input that you give is meaningful. It contributes to the flow of the discussion, and I'll be responding back and forth as well. So it's very much a living discussion. So I wanted to kind of introduce you to that idea if that's new to you. There are also some other things. Of course, there are going to be regular assignments each week, and you can expect from me an introduction to those assignments each week, whether it be one of these presentations like I'm doing right now where we're recording it, or whether I just kind of write up a little description and put that in the Notes to Instructor folder for the week. I'll be kind of introducing you to the assignments and everything that you're going to be expecting to come up, and we'll have due dates, and we'll have things that we have to get accomplished by certain dates and certain times. So be on the lookout for those things as well. Also, a big part of this class is going to be the in-person gatherings, which everyone is required to attend. That is one of the commitments that we all make as part of being in the Pathway program as a student, is to attend those gatherings so that you can interact with people face to face. There are going to be missionaries who are going to be helping you at those gatherings, and so it's all a very, very special, very important time. And just like anybody, I'm sure each and every one of us will have things that come up, emergencies sometimes, or really important things, and everybody understands that. However, it is a commitment that we are making to attend those gatherings. So unless the gathering is canceled for a disaster of some sort or a very extenuating circumstance, everyone is expected to attend every gathering meeting. And if you're unable to attend due to your own extenuating circumstance, like a medical problem or something to that effect, please let me know as soon as you can, so that we can look at excusing you from the gatherings for those types of situations. However, things like family vacations, job requirements, even church callings, those types of things are not are not an excused reason to miss the gathering. So you'll have to be aware of that. And unfortunately, if you're unable to attend a gathering due to one of those types of things, then you will lose points for those gatherings that you miss. I'm trying to just kind of let you know of the expectations up front. I'm not trying to put a negative tone on this at all, because I think you're really going to enjoy this program, and this semester is going to be great. We're all going to be learning from each other and teaching each other. Now, I wanted to introduce you to me a little bit. So who am I? I'm, again, Brother Mark Davidson. I am a convert to the church. I live with my family in Arizona. We've lived here for about a year now. And I'm married. I have 7 children, as you can see here. This picture is about actually a year old, so the baby is not so much of a little baby anymore. She's actually almost 18 months old. So, and I am a convert. I joined almost exactly 15 years ago now. So I have a background in religious and corporate education. So prior to becoming a Latter-day Saint, I was a youth minister, an educator that way. I was also an associate pastor in my former denomination, and I found the church, and I recognized that it was the true church and that it was something that I needed to participate in and to become a part of. So, like I said, it's been almost 15 years now, and I'm still very happy to be here, and I can tell you for sure that I have received many blessings in my life as a result of that choice, including and especially the eternal marriage that I have with my wife. We were married and sealed in the Idaho Falls Temple, and it's been really wonderful to have those blessings in our lives. Who are you? So, if you haven't already done so, I want to invite you to go in and introduce yourself as part of the introduction week assignment. Post some descriptions of yourself, who you are, what your background is, kind of the things that you like to do. Also, please tell us what you hope to achieve by completing this course and by doing the Pathway program. What are your goals? What are your expectations for this course? What are your expectations for me as your instructor? And what are your expectations for each other as fellow classmates? Kind of put some of those things in your introduction, and let's have some discussions around those. So now I want to give you a little tour of GS120L. So here is the iLearn GS120L. As you can see, each week has its own folder. Now, this first week is the introductory week, so it's not actually referred to as Lesson 1. It's referred to as the introduction lesson. Now, also in here, you're going to have just a little bit of an introduction from me in the Notes from Instructor folder for this week. However, each lesson is going to have its own Notes from Instructor. So if you can see this here, you're going to find the description of what's coming up for the week in this folder. Sometimes, like I said, there will be a link to a video, much like the one that you're watching right now. Sometimes it'll just be me writing a description in there. So let's look at some of the things we have to look forward to. In here, you're going to find your syllabus, which is going to give you the information that you need in order to know what's coming up and what to expect for this semester. This is GS120L, which is the life skills. Here's a course description, and here are some things that we're going to be studying this semester. How to be a true disciple leader, how to make good decisions, set achievable goals, manage your time and finances. You can see these here. And then here's some of the objectives down here. Become an effective learner, become self-reliant, serve your family, church, and community. And as the L stands for language, one of the course objectives also is to become more proficient in your English listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. This course will run in 14 one-week lessons, including the introductory lesson at the beginning and a conclusion lesson at the end. The BYU Idaho learning model, especially its teach one another activities, is integral to each lesson. So a big part of being a student at BYU Idaho is the BYU Idaho learning model. It's going to be very important, so I invite and encourage everyone to read that and to become very, very familiar with it as soon as you can. Also, another big part of this this course is the speaking partner and peer appointments that are due every Saturday by 11:59 p.m. Now notice that is your local time, okay? Now, as the semester goes on, all assignments are going to have to be completed no later than that time. There will be some allowance for some tardiness if necessary for extenuating circumstances, in the beginning. However, I have a policy for our course where after, I believe it's the second or third lesson, I'll have to double check, and it's actually in the description here too, late assignments will no longer be accepted for any credit. So it is very important that we become we get in the habit of submitting our work on time. And hey, don't wait till the last minute, by all means. As soon as you can, go ahead and submit your work so that you're able to do it and get it out of the way sooner rather than later, because nobody likes to receive a 0 for the work that they do, or don't do for that matter. Alright, and there are plenty of resources in here for you. I just want to introduce you to some of that. So here's kind of the resource. Where do you go as a student when you have questions? This is going to tell you who is here to answer what kinds of questions that you might have. Okay, you can download that diagram, or you can access the links. All right, each one of these is going to tell you what you need to know for each specific thing. So, introduction to basic online course navigation. It's kind of what I'm showing you right now too. If you need computer help, where do you go for that? Well, this is where you go. I am a good resource for a lot of things. However, I do not have access to any technical support for you, so this is where you would go if you need that. If you are outside of the United States, this is the number that you would dial for that. There's also a live chat feature and an email feature. Alright, so I invite everybody to come through here and look at each one of these links for each lesson and be familiar with what's coming up. The more you put into this, just like anything else in life, the more you'll get out of it. So if you're prepared and if you're proactive, then you're going to get a lot more out of this course. It's going to be a lot more enjoyable for you, and you'll get much better results. So I encourage everybody to be familiar with everything that's coming up for the course, and to be ready to take it head on. And also, brothers and sisters, I wanted to let you know that I truly do have a testimony of this program and also of this school. I graduated from BYU Idaho myself a little over 3 years ago now, and the majority of my coursework was done online. I know that we have these opportunities that just a few short years ago didn't exist, and I have a very, very strong testimony that these programs are inspired and that we're going to be blessed for our participation and for our hard work. And I would like to say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.